Hey everyone, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. I'm so happy you're here with me. My name is Tammy and I own a small bath and body company called Walnut Creek Bath Boutique. Today's video is all about my trying to pipe flowers. Legit flowers, guys. I pipe rosettes and I can pipe leaves and I can pipe dollops, but real flowers, I've never ever even attempted it before. So here's one of my roses, guys. Now I did tape my piping these in my attempt at doing some of these flowers. I just split that 8 ounces of oil batch into 4 different colors, and here they are, my piping. My first attempt at real flowers. I found that the roses were the easiest for me, and these little flowers, whatever these are called, I don't know what those are called. I found those very difficult. And this is not at all what I was looking for. It almost looks like a white poinsettia. I was going for more of a carnation look, but that didn't happen. I had fun. You know, I took some time and I practiced with some mashed potatoes. So for today's soap, guys, I'm making an English garden soap. And I am doing a combination of 2 fragrances. One is fresh cut grass from Candle Science. This has a 3% max usage rating in soap. I'm going to make sure I'm staying underneath that. Plus, it's really, really strong. So I think I'm going to split this off and make it a much more floral than green. And I'll probably do it like a 2-to-1 or even a 3-to-1 ratio of my fragrances. And that'll keep that under that 3%. And then English Garden is the scent I'm going to put with it, which has a little green in it anyway, but it's really a good scent. I like it for a floral. I like it. Yeah, so we're just going to get into it. So first things first, I'm going to drop in a little bit of my piping. I'm not going to make you watch the whole thing, but I'll try to find some highlights for you of my attempting to pipe. I found myself doing this, and I wasn't in it, and I needed to be over here, and it was like up here and right under my face. So I'm going to drop that in here, and then after that, I'll plug in the making of this English Garden soap. Thank you guys so much for staying with me. What I'm doing is something I saw on YouTube, and it's called a double bag, and I just feel like that's going to be maybe easy for me to double bag instead of try couplers or anything. So what I'm going to do is get every one of these colors in their own bag. Let's just give her a go. I'm going to try to do a rose. I have my 104 petal tip on here. Oh, guys, look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. That's my best one. There's another type of flower I want to do with this petal tip. I think they called it like a daisy. There's a flat daisy and like a 3D daisy. I'm going to try the 3D one. We'll see. Nope. Let go. Let go. That's so much better than what I was doing there. That's more like it. This is a little high. Let's do that again. Definitely the trick for me anyway is basically laying it down as flat as I can. Oops, that's not very flat. Let me try that. learned when I'm doing these roses and you go to the outer edge and you want to flare your tip out so it looks like it's opening, is I kind of angle this more than I angle this. And I find that easier. It's easier on my wrist. There. I'm happy with that. What I've done here is I've made this batch 8 ounces oil weight bigger. So it's very full. And I have my colors that I'm going to use for piping my next round of soap. So the leftover colors are going to be my tropical soap. So if you want to see how I pipe my tropical soap flowers and whether that's a disaster or a success, or like these, somewhere in the middle, hit that notification, guys, and you'll know when I upload a video. Or subscribe, and I'll show up on your subscription page. Ooh. I have no idea. If my name was Lisa, I would probably have this all measured out. I would know exactly how much I wanted. My name is not Lisa. So let me explain a little bit of what's going on here. So in here, I have just an uncolored soap that is probably too much. This is looking like it's more than the 8 ounces of my oil weight here, which is, some of it is for in here, right? So it's like I just need to pull off or hold back about that 8 ounces of soap, but I don't think I need this much white. So I'm going to pour just a little bit more in here. And I think I'm good to go. I'm going to put a little bit of TD in here. I'm going to put my fragrance oil in here. The English Garden discolors to like a tan. And it's racing a little bit. The fresh cut grass didn't have any kind of soap notes. Very, very thick. Look at that, guys. I was kind of prepared for that. I actually used a slow-moving recipe. It doesn't look like it did much for me, but it probably did. If it wasn't for that slow-moving recipe, I'd probably be soap on a stick right now. And I'm just going to kind of smush it without trying to get it too muddy. That looks like a hot, hot mess. And I don't know about putting that loose of soap in with another soap that is so thick. All right, guys, so what I'm doing at this moment is just letting this set up. My piping is beyond ready. So first things first, I have a coupler here, and I'm just going to pipe vines. Hopefully this will make it pretty. Oh, I need my tray. Here. Put my glasses on, guys. Safety. Did I learn nothing last weekend? I'm feeling more comfortable with the leaf tip as I mess up, and as I say that, I mess up. let's just fill this baby up and see what I can do as far as making this look somewhat presentable. I don't know if these will stick. Okay, so that's getting warm. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that cool off a little bit, get my other colors in their bag so I can do my other soaps. And I'm just going to finish filling this in with as much vines and green leaves as I can. I'll bring you back tomorrow. Okay, so it's been a couple days, and can we just take a look at that? Actually, for me, I'm not going to be too mad about that. I did get most of it filled with the leaves, and I think from where it started to now, I may be calling this a win as far as just final product, because it was looking pretty thick and rough there, wasn't it? So, ooh, guys, look at that. That looks really pretty on the inside. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. If you haven't seen my videos recently, there is saga over my wire cutters on my slab cutter, and it broke on me, and I had an emotional fit, and I went and bought a new slab cutter. Well, it's not here yet. I really kind of thought it would be here before now. I have the soap, and I don't want to wait to cut it until that comes in. I'm afraid it's just going to get too hard and whatnot. So my husband came down to help me tonight, and I had a wire for my slab cutter, and he got it all on there, and it was, you know how you twang it? And I was like, no, it has to be high pitched. He goes, well, how about that? And it was like barely tight, guys. I was like, no, here it has to be high pitched. We broke it. We broke that new wire. That was the only wire I had. So I'm back to using my knife that I am horrible at. Horrible at cutting soaps with a knife, but I have to. All right, I have my sides marked over here, and I'm just going to try my best to be as level, not only this way, but this way. So I'm going right over my shoulders. Well, that's not very good. Oh my goodness. Well, these are very, very janky looking. And did you see that edge come off at all? I think and they're not even going to stand up. I've had more trouble with my soaps this last couple of weeks, guys. Not even just the cutting, but just in general, having trouble with soap. I'm off my game. It's very janky, so I'm going to sell these as a very janky soap. Definitely, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. So there's one with all the color and the white. I definitely have glycerin rivers, and the colors are just kind of weird. They certainly didn't get mixed in well. They were very separated. Maybe not quite as muddy as I thought they would be. This one's just a really pretty one, right? With that rose. I did a good job on that rose. And this rose, I think some of them are going to be really pretty. I don't have a complaint about that. My poinsettia looking flower doesn't look so much like a poinsettia on this soap. So that's okay. It's been a few days since I got these bars cut, and can I just say, I am not good with a knife. Some of them look fine, although they're small, right? So this one's very short and weird shape. It's not weird shaped, it's just shorter than my normal bars. And this one is wide as all get out in the bottom. See how that angles? This is the angle. See that? I've got some air pockets throughout the bars, but they're cleaned up and they're ready. What do I think? Piping was the goal of this soap. I wanted to try to pipe real flowers. You know, some of my roses are pretty. Like this one I think is actually quite pretty. My purple ones are pretty. It's just, I don't know if I enjoyed the process, but that could be because it was my first time. I enjoy piping on top of the soap straight away instead of on the little papers. But again, that was my first time doing that, so maybe that had a lot to do with just that enjoyment factor. I may try it again. I may practice here and there. Don't know that I'm going to rush out and do this again. All in all, I love this soap though. So I used I think it was about 2/3 or so English Garden fragrance oil with about 1/3 of the fresh cut grass. I think that fresh cut grass can get really overpowering in a blend. This is perfect. I love the scent of this. It's definitely a floral, but it has a really great balance of that green. I really like this. I would definitely use this blend in a soap again and may do that. But I would definitely not try to incorporate a bunch of colors. I may either layer it or just leave it one color. I don't know. I was really worried about adding the really fluid soap batter, but it wasn't like at a trace at all into this really thick batter. That really made me nervous. I didn't know what to expect as an outcome, and it ended up being fine. Some of them actually look quite pretty. I have one pulled, like this one has a lot of color and movement in it, where this one has hardly any. It set up fine and all of that was fine. So that was good. I was worried about that. Definitely have glycerin rivers in this and a texture from those glycerin rivers. There they are. One's a honking piece of misshapen one and one's kind of little and dinky. I don't know. They're both short. Yeah, they're a little shorter than normal. I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to price these out. Probably discount them. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate your time watching this video. I hope you like it enough to give me a thumbs up. If you hated it, you can give me a thumbs down. That's all right. And subscribe if you haven't already. So I'm going to see you in the next one, I hope. Bye.